What's going on, everybody? Welcome to This Old House here on After Prison Show. A continuation of the Hope 2 how-to series. We don't really know the how-to too well, so we hope to. However, I am going to show you a little bit of how-to today. I want to show you what we've been doing in the bathroom. We haven't got too much further than the last time you guys have seen this. We've covered up some things. We've covered up the toilet. Somebody said, Joe, you need to put a rag down there before you blow your house up. So thank you for telling me about that. Yesterday, I was beginning to paint in here. And we didn't get very far with the painting because of one particular thing. And that is wallpaper. If you can see right here, we've got a lot of wallpaper still stuck on the wall. We had wallpaper all in this area, which I've removed thus far all the way around to this big section that's left. Now, you can either paint over top of wallpaper or you can do it the right way and remove the wallpaper. If you paint over top of it, in my personal opinion, it's not going to look that great. I mean, we can see wallpaper right here. So what I want to kind of show you guys is something that I'm really proud of, and maybe you don't know how to do this. Maybe this could be helpful to you, and that is, how do you remove wallpaper? When you're scraping this, it's not really coming off too easily. Actually, I got a good little bit of it right there. I looked up how to remove some wallpaper and I found a really easy way, and I want to share this with you. And in my own personal opinion, if you're going to paint a wall that's got wallpaper on it, it's a good idea to remove it. You don't have to do that. But I've got a bucket right here, and inside of this bucket, there's no wallpaper removing chemicals or stuff that we bought from Home Depot or anything like that. The only thing I've got in here is a sponge and some dirty water, because this is left over from yesterday. And this is what I've learned is a really easy way to get wallpaper off. And that is by simply wetting this wallpaper. We're going to wet all of this with a damp sponge. It's okay if you got a little bit of water beating down the wall. We're not worried about that right now. We're worried about this freaking wallpaper coming off so that we can paint these walls. Wring that out. We're just patting it to the wall, and you can already see that's starting to bubble up right now. Now watch this, folks. This is awesome. Check this out. The longer you let this water sit, the easier this wallpaper is going to come off. Now, there's something else to keep in mind when trying to remove wallpaper, and that is you might have to do this twice. Right here you can see we've already torn off the top of the wallpaper. We'll call that the top of it. And this is the underneath where the glue is at. This is the easier stuff to get off right here. But you can see once we get to where there's been paint and the top of the wallpaper, we're starting to get hung up a little bit. But so long as you can peel some of that top layer off, getting that secondary layer right there wet is going to allow that to come off pretty easy. And when you get to the stuff that's still got the top on it, let's just continue to peel that. Now, this isn't a very fast process. It's not fast at all. But it is a relatively easier way to go about removing this wallpaper. And I'm sure they sell stuff at the store that might even make this easier. But I'm tired of spending money on this bathroom project. If you're anything like me, and you've gotten a little bit in over your head on any kind of a remodel or a rehab, you're going to learn real quick that you get real tired of spending money in the midst of that project. Look at how that's coming off. Leaving us enough to be able to tear. Oh, that's a nice tear right there. Oh my God. That's nice. That's good. That's a good tear. And if you take a look around here, you can see that this has not been a very clean process at all. We only had this much wallpaper to remove all the way around until this section right here. It's a mess. Look at that, boy. It's almost like peeling a scab. That's the kind of satisfaction I'm getting from this right here. Look at that. Look at that tear. Good God almighty. That did something for y'all, didn't it? That was like some wallpaper ASMR right there. Rinse that out real good and just get that wet. Just look at how that's coming off right there. I mean, that's coming off real good. It's not the cleanest, but damn it, sure makes this job a lot easier than trying to just take this putty knife straight to this wall, because you're not going to be getting any kind of results that make you feel like this is going to be a job that gets done in any type of a hurry. All right, as you can see, we got all the wallpaper off the wall. Just wiping any residual glue that might be left. We got a little bit of issues right here in this corner, but we're getting ready to be doing some sanding next. We're going to be doing a lot of sanding and puttying this area in particular to make sure that this line goes away. And that's what's getting ready to come next. We're going to prep where this chair rail used to be at, get that sanded, puttied, and ready for paint. And hopefully by the time we do paint, you're never going to be able to see these chair rail lines at all. Okay, so I already know, before the comments come, that this is probably not the right way to do this. And I just talked about, you know, not trying to half-ass projects, and trust and believe me, I'm not trying to half-ass this project. But what I am trying to do is make sure that you cannot see this frickin' line from where this chair rail was. I imagine the right way to do this would probably be to use plaster. I don't know how to use plaster.
You can hear them cutting the pipes.
Through
the toilet.
The toilet. So folks, we're filming this video, and I know a lot of people probably don't want to rock with the Hope 2 tutorial Joe fixing the house videos. And I do respect that. It's not prison content, but if you can hear in the background, that's a big reason why we're doing this, is because we can't film like we usually would be filming because of all the construction that's taking place outside. So again, what I'm doing right here, folks, is I'm just trying to make the line where the chair rail was disappear. Plaster would probably be the right way to do this. Plastering is probably similar to puttying, but this is what we have. So hopefully this gets the job done. All right. Another day, another dollar, folks. They're still doing the construction outside. It's probably day 21 of the bathroom project, but let me show you where we are. You would imagine we would be done with this thing by now. We're not. Folks, take a gander at the trim job. You see it. You see it. That's what old Joe did yesterday. Got all that done right there. Look at the gap right there, boy. Got a nice little gap back there and a nice little gap right there. Folks, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm glad we didn't film trying to learn to cut those angles. It is literally a math equation trying to learn how to cut 45s, or not 45s, but trying to learn how to cut anything besides a 45. Folks, I literally wrote down, check this out. This is the equation right here. Don't ask me what I'm looking at right here. I watched the YouTube video. I can't even remember what they were telling me about, but this was how we had to figure out what the angle of the cuts were. Well, it took me forever to figure that out. A lot of cutting, recutting, messing up, trying to do it again. It's not completely done. This is what's left right here. Just this little bit of trim back here in this corner as well, and to back there. So we're gonna run that trim real quick, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna caulk all those little gaps and seams, and we're gonna have to paint this trim because this trim is very, very dirty. You can see how dirty that trim is. So once we get the trim installed and then painted, we'll be ready to work on getting, well, the vanity fully in. I'm gonna have to move the vanity out so I can run some trim back through here. I don't necessarily know what to do with that. I'm gonna run the trim back to the wall. That's what I'm gonna end up doing. But then I'm gonna take the quarter round, which is this stuff right here. This is the quarter round. I'm gonna take some of this and I'm gonna run it along the base, possibly, of the vanity, maybe. Hell, I don't know. Well, needless to say, I'm trying to make sure this thing comes out looking good. So I'm gonna go ahead and work on this, try to figure this out, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like when we get the trim completed, and then we'll be able to caulk this, paint this, and move on to the next, and hopefully getting close to final steps of this project. Well, it's about 5 hours later, and I want to show you guys the completed trim. Trim has been installed, trim has been caulked, and you guys take a look at what we've got. Bang. Boy, look at that trim job that Joe did. We got the trim, we got the quarter round down. Everything is sealed. Boom. Doors are all sealed up. Everything's ready for paint. We're definitely gonna have to paint this. But this is it. The completed trim minus the paint. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm super proud of this, y'all. Super proud of this job that I did. I even wrapped the quarter round around the legs of the vanity just for a little added effect. Now, of course, I still got this gap over here on this side, but that's because of the crooked wall. I don't know what the heck I'm gonna do about that. The vanity isn't installed just yet. At least the top isn't. So maybe I'll be able to finagle something when it comes time to actually installing the countertop and making it look good. But you can see my workstation outside, give you guys an idea of what it's looking like when Joe's doing this project. Boy, got the air compressor, saw, the miter saw over there. I've been using that quite a bit. 1, 2 tape measures. You need 2 tapes when you have no idea what you're doing. So we're one step closer to this project being completed, and I'm so thankful. Just installing a vanity has taken me 3 weeks, but you know what? It's almost done. This should be the last day of construction in front of the house. They have been out here for almost as long as I've been working on trying to get the bathroom completed. But folks, we have reached the day. The grand, I gotta shut the door. The grand unveiling of the completed bathroom job. Folks, I am so excited about this. I know it took long enough. It probably took over a month to get this downstairs bathroom completed, and the only reason for that is because I just didn't have a lot of time to be working on it. I worked on this thing in the time that I had, when I had time, also, to be honest, when I felt like it. But folks, I'm getting ready to show you now what this completed Hope 2 bathroom complete remodel job has came out looking like. And I hope you are as impressed and as proud of this project as I am. You know, it's completing this that has got me ready to go tackle an entire house rebuild. I probably wouldn't do too well with that. But are you ready to see the grand unveiling of the downstairs completed bathroom Hope 2 project? We've got the new doorknob on the bathroom, the black hardware right there. Check that sucker out. Joe did that as well. Let's go ahead and see what's behind door number 1. Folks, I gotta be honest with you, I am so proud of how this bathroom job came out. It took forever. It took tile work and tile cutting and masonry work that I've never done before, and also plumbing. There were a lot of things that I didn't get a chance to share with you guys, but I definitely want to show you guys this plumbing. Check this out. I had to run all of this plumbing right here. I had to learn all about PVC and connections and P-traps and priming and glue. That's actually primer right there, that purple stuff that you're seeing that's dripped down right there. But folks, there are no leaks in this vanity whatsoever. I could probably take some white paint and touch that up so you don't see that. All those connections for the hot water and cold water back there. Got the black matching hardware that matches that hardware right there. That door stopper right there. Check that out right there. Got the door stopper on there. Got the black door knobs. And even the black door catcher piece, whatever that's called, I don't know. A completed Hope 2 remodel job here at the house. And folks, we've got so much more that we're gonna be doing around here. We've got the French drain. We've got 2 bathrooms upstairs. We've got a fence that needs to be fixed. It's a house. It's gonna constantly need work. And I'll be excited to bring you guys the next project, which is potentially that French drain in that prison yard back there. That's gonna be coming real soon. I really wanna know what all of you think about how this turned out. And I hope you guys will look forward to the next project that's gonna definitely need some help. Also, special shout out. That was actually Rabbit calling me right there. Also, special shout out to Rabbit who helped install that light in that bathroom. Rabbit did help me with that. And I really hope you guys enjoyed this. And I'll be looking forward to seeing just what you guys have to say. And also, bringing you guys that next After Prison Show meets This Old House Hope 2 tutorial video. Shit, I gotta talk to Rabbit.